What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Keri Hilson. Now, what you're seeing right now is a video clip where Keri Hilson is discussing her failed romance with former NBA player Serge Ibaka. And they were together for years. And then it just fell apart. And I don't think that she's been the same since, because they dated from 2012 to 2016. I made a few videos actually about Keri Hilson. I made a video about why no man wants to date Keri Hilson, right? I also spoke about the fact that she's into bad boys. She's one of these women that she don't want a nice guy. She wants a dangerous bad boy. And y'all see why she has not been able to hold down a relationship since. Because that mentality that keeps these women single. When these women are out here talking about they like bad boys, you pretty much should know that for the most part, they probably can't keep a man. Because they go for the lowest common denominator. You want a bad boy, right? No nice guys. But the nice guys are the guys that are going to take care of you and stick around. But you cannot tell these particular women anything. So we're going to react to this video clip from Cam Newton on his channel when he spoke to her. And she's talking about how she should have left sooner. Maybe she should have, because it's very clear that Serge was not going to wife her up. I think when she realized that, she realized she wasted 4 years dating a guy who, again, I believe Serge Ibaka is from Spain, but he comes from, I think, an African family. So I just don't think that he was looking to wife up an Americanized female. I could be wrong. Y'all can let me know in the comment section. Here we go.
Serge Ibaka.
Yes.
He was a good guy.
Says who?
Okay.
I'm just kidding, Serge.
Yeah, right. See, she said that she's joking, but there's truth in jokes. I will say that. She feels that way in her mind. She does feel that way. And by the way, like I told y'all, she really did say that she wasn't really into the nice guys. She's into the dangerous guys, right?
But it was like y'all was a.
But he wasn't good to me. He probably feels like you feel. Like I could have been way better to her. Should have been. He probably,
Can we keep it funky?
We'll see.
Say less.
Let's see. Go ahead. What you want to say?
First off, during that period of time, they were up as a team. That was a fun team to watch.
Yeah.
And so much so that if you look at that team roster now, you'd be like, he was on that team, man. He was like this.
Facts. Facts.
But then, like, y'all were like black love, and he was the strong,
We looked good.
Look immaculate.
I would agree there.
What did that relationship teach you?
Ooh, leave quicker.
Yeah, you can't do that on my play.
I mean, that's not.
Why is always the dude?
You said what it taught me.
Again, she's taking no accountability. It's because from the start of this clip, y'all saw her attitude was when Serge Ibaka was mentioned, right? She gets a little defensive, says she's joking about how he wasn't a good guy. She feels like he didn't treat her right. It's always the men at the end of the day that get blamed for failed relationships. It's always the men. But at the end of the day, he was an NBA player. He's from a foreign country. You're dating this guy. You're probably having a culture clash. He's used to things being a certain way. You're not used to being in a relationship with a guy like him. But ultimately, it doesn't work out. And now maybe she'll say it in the rest of this clip, but it seems like she's going down the path of it's his fault, not mine.
I'm just giving you my.
Okay. Let's.
Because 10 months in, I should have.
You seen signs?
Yes.
Okay.
But I was believing, and I was, I mean? I was wanting to not believe.
Let me ask.
She said 10 months in, she realized it wasn't good, but y'all dated for 4 years. You dated him for 4 years. You said 10 months in, you just felt like it wasn't right, but you dated him for 4 years.
Ask this way.
Yeah.
If you could tell him how to love you the proper way, what would you have told him? What was about the process that, because I think that's important too, especially with individuals, right? And going back to the provider mentality. It's like, yo, we don't know what to ask. We just floating and going. But that don't mean that we don't need help. You see what I'm saying?
We did counseling. We were sitting with his pastor, and we did another counselor as well. Like, we did couples, he did individual, I was doing individual. Like, we tried it all.
How old was he?
Just was not gonna change. He was much younger than me, 7 years younger than me.
7 years younger. Now you look at Serge with them together. Serge looks like he is physically, he looks like he's older than her, but I think that's just genetics, where he's from. He just looks a lot more mature than his age at the time. But the fact that he was 7 years younger than her. Keri Hilson was going after the younger guys before all these women now started going after these younger NBA players, right? Now, you wouldn't even know that he was 7 years younger than her.
So I think I really would probably attribute everything to his age. Like, if I'm really being honest, like, he was mid-20s.
Oh, city boy, for sure.
Yeah, and his team was up.
For sure.
Okay. It was, there were happenings, and he deserved to live that. Like, that goes back to, like, I want what you want.
But
I don't want anything different than what you want. So if I would have told him how to love me better, it would have denied him the experience of being the man in the world and being on the winning team at the time and having the experiences that he clearly wanted to have. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna deny you what you want. Have what you want. Just you may not have me and that. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you say, I want what you want. But what if the individual says, I want you
and that,
and just a dabble of that?
No.
Okay.
That's not, that doesn't work.
But at that age, it's like, yo.
I know that. And so I can remove myself and have it. Like, enjoy it. It may have been the only time he could have. I don't know his life. I don't know where his life would have.
No, I speak for a lot of people when, like, my dad would always tell me, he would end it abruptly, but just saying this, just keep on living, son. Just keep on living.
That part.
And that's why, again, when you look at these type of conversations, you look at where Keri Hilson was at the time. She was a musical artist. It wasn't like she was just a civilian, a regular girl, right, that was just dating a professional athlete. Like, she was well known too. And because she was well known, she had certain expectations of him, even though he was a professional athlete. He was younger. I guess she wanted the monogamous relationship. A 25-year-old ain't ready for no monogamous relationship, especially if he's an NBA player. He's experiencing life, but I think he tried. Now, maybe what I would have said to her, I would have said, maybe you're right. Maybe you should have ended it sooner. Maybe you should have walked away sooner and given him an opportunity to go live his life, right? But I always found, now I don't know what Serge Ibaka is doing. Maybe he's found love, right? This was years ago. They broke up over 9 years ago, right? But they never really got back to each other. Keri Hilson is still in the same place she was then, single and alone. She doesn't have anybody. And looking at the things that she said over the years, it just seems like she could say a lot of just very things that make you believe that she has no self-awareness. And maybe in that relationship she didn't. But I just always found it funny how when these relationships don't work, everybody wants to blame the man. Women don't take, even in this clip, what accountability did she take? She says, well, maybe he didn't do what he was supposed to do because he was younger. He was in his mid-20s. What about you, Carrie? What have you done? Or what could you have done in order to make the relationship better? She can't tell you. She can't tell you. And that is the mindset of all Western women. Do they truly go and get healing? Or are they just saying that just to be saying that? Because if you want to talk about accountability, you want to talk about what should be done or shouldn't be done. What, even in this 3-minute clip, what she should have said was, okay, these are some things that maybe I didn't know at the time. Because again, they were dating they started dating well over 10 years ago. She was probably a different person then. Maybe. But, you know, women never talk about the things they could do better. It's very rare a woman's going to say, I should have done this better, because they all think they're perfect. They all think they do everything the right way. You dated a guy who was 7 years younger than you. What expectation did you have for, I guess he was in the mid-20s at the time, for him at the time? He's a young NBA player, like she says. OKC was doing very well during that time. They're doing very well now. But what expectation did you have then? If you're not willing to have accountability for the things that you may have gotten wrong, then how it explains why she's still to this day. Again, I could be wrong. Y'all can let me know in the comment section. She's still single, right? She ain't got nobody. She ain't got nobody right now. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the video and share. Follow me on Facebook, X, Instagram. Check out all my other videos on this channel. All my relevant links are in the description box, and I'll see y'all next one.